Before I get started on this video, I truly want to thank you guys for coming in and supporting me throughout the year. We're growing the channel and it's all because of you sharing and caring and hitting that like button. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Now today what we're going to talk about is going to be fun. It's going to be your New Year's resolutions. I'm going to go over the 10 biggest New Year's resolutions that we make to ourselves. Whether we keep them or not, I'm not sure. But this is what we're focusing on now. Christmas is over. The new year is a couple of days away, and this is what we need to be focused on. So stay tuned and let's jump into it. I'm Adrian from Adrian's Avenue, and I talk about things that will help you make a better decision for a better life, especially in 2024. First up on the list, and you probably know it well, is healthier. Go work out at the gym, eat healthier, do things that will help your body. I know because I am a member of the gym, but I go from January to December. So I know that it's going to be crowded when I go in January to the gym. I already expect it. It happens every year. By end of February, beginning of March, people start to thin out. People actually pay, and this is the money side, they pay for a gym membership that they don't attend, and they will not let it go, no matter what the amount is. Some people say, well, I'm paying so little that I don't want to let it go because if I let it lapse, then I can't come to the gym. But for years and years, they don't come to the gym. I have an example of a person who I talked to, and she said that she was paying a nominal amount, and it was low, but she hadn't been to the gym in 5 or 6 years. So she was just giving that money away to the gym. And they count on this. The gym knows that they're going to sign up a whole bunch of people through December and January. There'll be people walking through the gym, looking at the gym, looking at us exercise, looking at us on the treadmills and on the weight machines, and they'll sign up and they will come a couple of times. They may even hire a trainer and come a couple of times, come a few months. If they don't see results, they're ready to give up and stop going, but they will not let go of that gym membership. It does not make financial sense to hang on to a membership that you're not using. So where I am a big proponent of everybody becoming healthier over the new year and putting those goals into place, eating better. If you want to lose weight, get on some supplements, do whatever it takes to make you feel better, be healthier, and live, a better life. But if you're not going to go to the gym, don't continue to pay those gym memberships. So this is just a word to the wise. I go to the gym on a regular basis. Sometimes I even do 2 a days because I want to get the most out of my gym membership. If I'm paying to go there, I can go in 4 or 5 times a day if I want to, because that's what I'm paying for. So keep this in mind. If you go join a gym, hats off to you. Great luck. Hang in there. Don't give up. Keep going. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind, and it's good for your family. Number 2. Goals for the most popular New Year's resolutions, finances. And we know this one well also. We write down that we're going to have a budget. We write down that we're going to pay off debt. We write down that we're going to save money for certain things. And then sometimes we do, sometimes we don't do what we've written down. But this is number 2 after health. People want to dip into their finances because they know last year it didn't go so well. And the things that you were doing last year, evidently, if they did not work, there's some things that you need to change. And these are all great goals, especially getting on a budget. But if you get on a budget, stick to a budget. Get a budget that will work for you. And the one that works for you is the one that you will stick with. Number 1, if you want to save, make it automatic. Just make that money come from your paycheck over into your automatic savings account and do it like that. Within your budget, if you want to pay off debt, put that as a line item and make that money go to paying off that debt. You can do all of these, and most people, health is one, and then finances is those are the 2 biggest. Number 1 and number 2. That's what most people sit down and say, this is what I'm going to do this year. A new me, a new this, a new that. When are you going to start doing it? So if you make a promise to yourself, keep it to yourself and make sure you follow the promises that you're making to yourself. You can go back over my videos. I will help you with the finances. I have various ones. They're actually in sections that you can go and look at it that will help you this new year. So I am here to help. I am here to help you make better decisions for a better life. Some other things that we do is we promise ourselves to have a better career advancements, whether it's getting a new job or finding the right people that you need to meet to advance in your current job. Sometimes we want to go after these things. You know, you see something out there or you saw it last year, and if that job comes open again this year, that you convince yourself that you're going to try for it this year. Sometimes it means taking classes to get the certifications you need in order to advance at your job, or starting a new business, anything like that. We make these promises to ourselves, and this is something, if you have the time to do, go ahead and go for it. Don't let another year go by without you realizing the dreams and being used to your full potential that you know that you can do. So focus on that also, but that is number 3. Next up is relationships. Whether it's meeting a new person as a friend or strengthening the relationships that you already have, the friendships or other relationships that you already have. But we want to focus on relationships, building those relationships to the best of your ability. And sometimes there are relationships that you need to let go of. I would challenge you with your relationship building. If there's someone that you need to forgive or someone that you just need to release into their own things that they're doing, go ahead and do that, because it'll help you. And sometimes we want to build our relationships. We want more friends. We want more acquaintances. We want to get out and do things more, and that's fine too. But relationships should be valued. If you find someone who can be a good friend to you, value that person. Don't take advantage of them, and don't take them for granted, because friendships are hard to find. True friendships are hard to find. And so make sure you value that person and build the relationships. Be the friend that people want to have as a friend. Sometimes we do things that people just don't like and don't want you around. If you're always griping and complaining or mooching off of people, they don't want you around as a friend. They will tolerate you. But let's look at, what type of friend do I want to be? What type of friend do my friends want to have? What type of friend would you like to have? And be that friend to others. You may want to even ask your friends, help me with my friendship growth. Is it something that I'm doing incorrectly? Is it something that you'd like for me to do better? And see what they say. I know a friend of mine many years ago, when she told me basically that I was a little judgmental of others. If someone said something that I didn't believe in, or if I didn't like it, I would either make a comment or make a face, and they knew that I wasn't really into that. And so it was being judgmental. And so once that was brought to light for me, I stopped it. I stopped being judgmental, and she saw the difference in, when I was around people and when I was around her friends and stuff like that. I wasn't judgmental on what people said that they were doing or not doing. And so sometimes it's just somebody telling you that there's something wrong, because once they tell you, it's up to you. You can either change or you can stay the same, but you may lose friendships. And when people don't tell you sometimes these things that you're doing, you don't know. You just think that you're doing what you're supposed to do, or you're being yourself. And it's not about necessarily changing who you are, but if it's something that may be offensive to someone, just don't do that. Just cut it out and not do that. And you can change some little simple things, because personally, I didn't change who I was or what I thought about what people did. I just didn't let it show up on my face, and I did not make a comment on it, because people can do what they want to do. So, but it helped me, and it helped gain more friendships. And we focused on the things that we had in common instead of the things that we had in difference. So hopefully that helps you with helping with your friendships. Now, this is another one that sometimes I struggle with, but reducing stress. And when I struggle because I don't get enough massages during the year to help release the stress out of my muscles. I'll go and work out and release stress that way. I do even a little bit of running to release stress. But when it comes to really caring for my body and getting the massages in, maybe doing some meditation, sitting in silence, studying some scriptures and stuff like that, I don't do enough of that. So those are some things that can help with the stress level. Where you think that you may not have stress, if you are touching the back of your neck or having headaches or something else is going on, it could be stress. Stress hits you at the point where you're the weakest, and it hits in various ways. It's not always a headache. It's not always a tight neck. It's not always a backache. It could be other things that are leading to stress, and you just don't know that's what it is. So take some time to relax, light some candles. Lavender is great for stress relief. Do some things that are healthy for you and helpful to you to release that stress, and be mindful of the moments that you're in. Appreciate the moments that you're in, and be very mindful of the people that you're around, and be present. Now, this is a simple New Year's resolution that you can follow throughout all the year. Is that to hit that like button and that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on the latest information as it becomes available to you. Also, resolve to comment on each and every video that you watch. I would appreciate it. And thank you again for showing up all year long for me. Learning and personal growth is also one of those top 10 resolutions. We want to learn something, and we go out there saying maybe that we're going back to school to get more education, or learning something through online classes, establishing something that we want to do. Some people want to develop websites. Some people want to be in the internet space. Those things that we set out to do, that we plan to do, and sometimes we never get around to doing them. But this is something that we make a New Year's resolution that we're going to do this. And if we don't plan it out, put it on the calendar, when these classes are going to occur, get the finances together to pay for the classes, sometimes it just doesn't get done. And so if you're wanting to learn, if you're wanting to grow, calendar it, and then make steps to go ahead and do that. Put it on the calendar, and when that date comes, make sure you show up for each and every class so that you can learn and grow like you want to. Again, this one hits me, but it is organization and time management. Sometimes we don't take the time to declutter, and I'm guilty. I need to take the time to declutter more, and my office, declutter, get the things out. And we need to do it really by the end of the year so that we can start the new year fresh with a new slate, a clean desk, a clean room, a clean house. And that way you can start the new year off right. But decluttering and organizing and managing your time. We all have the same amount of time, but it's interesting how some people seem like they can get more accomplished than others. But it's the effective use of their time. Now, I take naps, so there's naps in between my day, but there's enough time to get up early, to start my day early and do the things I need to do, take a lunch and go to the gym, and then come back and finish up the day. So there are things that I'm going to start doing differently. I've already started, as a matter of fact, earlier in November is when I started changing my schedule and doing some things, getting out more from the house and doing some things that I need to do differently. So that's on the list of New Year's resolutions. Make sure we're checking into decluttering and organizing and using our time wisely. Travel and adventure is on the list of many people. They want to see the world, get out there and see a few things, do a few things, and this is a great thing. If you have the time and money to go ahead and see this great United States, even if you want to go across the waters to another country, do that if you have the time and money to do that. It's no time like the present to enjoy this big, beautiful world of ours. So if travel and adventure is in your schedule and in your budget, go for it. Another thing that's on the list that people pass from year to year is dedicating more time to their hobbies. And if you have the time to do this, you'll have to fit it into your schedule. Go ahead and dedicate that time to the hobbies that you enjoy doing. It can be most relaxing either on a Saturday or a Saturday morning or afternoon, or in the afternoon if it's something that you can do in the afternoon. Some of these are not necessarily outside adventures. Some of them you can do in the house. Some of them you get with a group of your lady friends or a group of guys and do the thing that you like to do. Some people play basketball, softball, the hobbies, knitting, painting with wine and that type of thing. There's various things that people do. Some people go and work out in the afternoon together, and that's something that they want to develop, but it's something that you can do with a new group of people or a group of your friends that you share that same interest with. But if you want to go ahead and develop your hobbies and do things like that, by all means do it, because life is short and you get what you put into it. So go after those hobbies. And last but not least, and probably most important, is giving back. We have various opportunities in the community, in our household, in our churches, in organizations that we're in to give back. And not only in money, but give back in time, in effort, helping feed the homeless, doing something at Thanksgiving, giving out Christmas presents. Those kind of things will help in the community. Maybe it's a community event that they just need volunteers for. Raise your hand and say, yes, I'll do it. But this is a great way to get out in the community and actually give back to the less fortunate or people that don't have as much as you have. It will make you feel so good inside. It's something giving. This is a gift that keeps giving back to you, to see the smiles on people's faces, to see the smiles on kids' faces, just to do things. Even if you go volunteer at an animal shelter for the puppies, pet them, walk them, they need help there too. So the things that you want to do, just pick out some of the things that you want to do as far as giving back to the community, to your city, to your state. You can get involved with so many things. You can go on Facebook and find things that you can volunteer for and give back to. And if you want to give money to these places, you can do that also. But just want you to know it's not always money, money, money. You can give of your time, volunteer at some of the food shelters, just do all sorts of things. So giving back is important, and I want you to include that in your New Year's resolutions, as I will include it in mine for 2024.